Hey, honey, do you have any idea on what you'd like for Father's Day?
Oh yeah, I've got an idea. As well as this toolbox, I'm also trying out another toy I bought. See if you can guess what it is. So this is the 34-inch 8-drawer tool cabinet combo I got from Supercheap. I needed a new one for all the tools that I buy for this channel, so I have the slightly larger one from SCA, which was quite good, so I thought I'd have a crack at this one. So we'll just see if we can lift this box off. There we go, looking good so far. Have a bit of a read of the manual, and then we'll get around to figuring out what we need to do. It looks like the tool chest is actually in the bottom half of it, and I've got to pull the back off to get to it. So I'll just go and grab some tools, and we'll do that. Yes, he's actually bolted on some timbers inside here using the caster bolts. Grab them back and I'll just have a crack at them. And for this little bit here, I needed to get my wife to come and help me. Put it in the middle and lift it. It's got handles on the side. When you get so far, I can grab it. But no, Okay, well we've got the toolbox out. I put the back cover on except for one screw which just would not go in. But I can see some damage there, like it's been damaged in transit, so it's probably just a little bit bent. Nothing serious, I'm quite happy with it. Having one screw missing from the corner is not going to worry me. I didn't need to flip it on its top to put the casters on, which I'm pretty happy about. The casters are already on. The instructions are a little bit unclear on this, but the bolts that held the toolbox in through these boards just went in from the bottom. I didn't turn it over. It was a little bit finicky, but still better than risking scratching it or further damaging it. Putting the backpack on was a bit tricky, but then you got to realise that the top screws are longer than the bottom screws, and that made it a lot easier once I figured that out. It sort of only sits in one place, so yeah, it's not that hard. It can be a bit tricky. So we'll just pop these off. Now it says in the manual that you've got to reuse these to put the casters on, but the casters were already on there. It actually shows you getting it delivered with the casters on there, so I don't know whether they've just reused an old manual and not explained it very well or whatever, but that seems to be that. That's not bad. I mean, it's not as big as in height as the other ones I had, but it looks like it's going to have plenty of storage. So we'll just open it up. As they lock in there. Very tight actually. That's not going to stop me going back properly because there's a bar that goes down the back here that locks and it actually goes into a little slot. So a few little slots in the back of this, so yeah, can't do this so tight. Now these ones are a little bit easier. Now it is wobbling around a bit here, but it is on uneven pavers, so I don't think that's such a problem. Now, the handle will go on. I've seen a few videos of people not being able to figure out how these handles go on. They get into the top slot and down like that. So yeah, I mean it was a bit inconvenient just regards to having to get the two people to lift it out of the bottom, because the boards that hold it there are actually sitting over the thread retainers, so it has to be lifted probably not quite the thickness of the board, but maybe half the thickness of the board, and there's just no way for one person to be able to grab both sides and lift at the same time. Apart from that, the back was difficult to get on, as I said, and I managed to get the other bolts in the casters without actually having to tip it upside down, because that would be an issue when you have a thin folded edge here. You've always got an issue with maybe damaging that, so it's just something I don't like to do. The But all in all, I've been looking around at toolboxes, and this one, at the price, I mean, considering the way that everything's gone up lately, for the 380, 390 I paid for it, I know it's not exactly the most premium of products, but like I said, I have an earlier SCA model, bigger one, and it's been fine. I think really the only difference between the others is the other one comes out to about the edge of the handle here, and this drawer is a deep drawer as well, which means it's about this much higher. I think this box is the same. So, yeah. But yeah, not a bad thing. Now I've just got to decide whether I'm going to have a full reorder of my tools, or whether I'm just going to fill this one with the loose stuff. But anyway, I'll have to think about that. Okie dokie, here we are in the tool room. Okay, well here we are. We have the toolbox in the tool room with the other toolboxes. So I've been playing about with putting what I've got to put in there. I still have a fair amount of crap just laying around. Some of this has a place, some of it doesn't. But I'm hoping that I can help get this tidied up a bit when I sort it out. And now here's the Amazon basic set. Now the drawers, they're not quite wide enough for the Amazon basic set to fit in that way, which I would have liked. But I'm thinking I might just cut through here and pop them in side by side that way, which should be alright. Yeah, the bottom drawer here is going to be purely for nuts, bolts and bits and pieces. Just all those things that are scattered all around, like the screws and rivets and all that sort of stuff. Some nails there. Yeah, just the stuff that I can never find when I'm looking for a big pile of nuts and bolts there. Just that stuff that you can never find when you're looking for it. Yeah, I've got a few things. The top drawers are a bit on the shallow side. I don't believe it's any different to that one. It's just an older, slightly larger model. But yeah, it's good to get all this stuff just off the shelves. Here's something interesting I've never seen before and had to grab it when I saw it. Oh, I've got it the wrong way around. This is a cordless tape measure from Black & Decker. Anyway, it's going to take me a while to get this all sorted out, but I'll get there. Tidy the place up a bit. And yep, just one last thing we need to do.